Saturday morning, the 18th, at the boat. Just stowing all our gear for 5 people for 2 weeks on the boat. Yeah, we got our new cooler fridge freezer going. It's one of those bougie RV ones. Got Starlink for a couple hours each day on the boat, and just kind of getting everything loaded up, ready to go. Borrowed a outboard from my buddy Tim. He also loaned me one extra paddleboard, so the kids have 2 paddleboards. But we're almost ready to go. Just about to start the engine, warm it up, and then we'll be getting out of here. Well, there's Cap Sante back there. We're just going past Huckleberry Island. We're gonna be motoring up past Lummi, around Orcas, in between Orcas and Sinclair. Or no, it's not Sinclair, but Waldron. And then coming over here, and we're gonna be going to Bedwell Harbor. We're motoring right now. I'm hoping once we get past Guimas, our port here, there's sailboats way up there. They got their sails up. I'm hoping there's some good wind when we get up that way. Get sail up and around Orcas. Well, I just rolled out the Genoa. Gave us a little bit more speed. We were doing about 5.1, 5.2, so I picked up a knot. Showing we got 9.4 apparent wind. That's coming from the port side, so every little bit of speed helps. Got our little bookworms. Well, we're still moving past the north side of Orcas. That's Susha. And then that island is in Canada. That's not the island we're going to, though. I think that's Saturna Island.
Yeah.
There we go. Crossing into Canada. We slowed down and put up our Q flag. You raise that until you've cleared customs, and then we'll put the Canadian flag up. But we slowed way down because we had this huge tanker coming from starboard, and there's no way I could have outran it. Or just coming around the southern point here of South Pender, going into there. It's the entrance to Bedwell Harbor. Fighting a killer current right now. We're doing 2.6, 2.8. We're going 6.1 through the water. A lot of really nice houses on South Pender. There's a deer swimming in the water. Strange looking fish. There's another deer. Flock here like the salmon of Capistrano. There's Poets Cove Marina, and the Canadian Customs is supposed to be just over there to the right. Okay, we're all checked in with Canadian Customs. So now we're gonna come around here to the right and look for an anchoring spot. Burgers tonight. Barbecue burned all my hair off my arm. Well, we just finished dinner. We're in Medicine Bay, Bedwell Harbor. We tried to anchor down that way, down close to Poets Cove. Kind of drove around in between the boats and looking at the depths and stuff, and then seeing how close we were to the shore. This is the first time we've ever anchored out in this boat, so we're gonna take turns doing anchor watch. I'll probably get up in the middle of the night, do the first check. Shelly's gonna get a second check, and then we're gonna teach the kids and all that stuff, because pretty much got 5 adults for the most part on this boat, and everybody can contribute in some way. I've also got an anchor alarm app, so I'll have that set too. I hope I'm not too close to any of these people, but we got a late start today, so we were late to the anchor for getting a spot. So tomorrow we're gonna get up, weigh anchor, and then just roll and get going up to Nanaimo. If we're making good progress, we'll probably maybe give the Marina a call and see if we can get a slip for the night. Because if we leave early enough, we should be able to get in early enough to make a slip worth it, you know, where we can maybe walk around town and stuff. But we'll see. So we're gonna clean up dinner here, kind of get the boat stowed away, ready for going to bed, and we'll check in with you guys tomorrow. So we're right here at Pender Harbour, just leaving. I was looking at the forecasts. The forecasts for out here in the Strait of Georgia. Right now it's 18, gusting to 21 out there, and then it kind of calms down as the day goes on. But I think we're gonna just stay to the inside here. Along here, and this vessel no-go zone that you see, that's for a whale protection area. You got to stay out of there. So we're gonna skirt along that and then start heading northwest, and then we'll come up this way and keep weaving our way through all these islands until we get up here to Nanaimo. Emily's enjoying her morning cup of coffee. Got a bunch of driftwood out here. Seagulls chilling on it. Coming up between Prevost and Salt Spring islands. No sailing opportunities yet today. Some boats out here sailing that are going the other direction. Just passing Reed Island. Kind of moved the boat over closer to the shore to try to get us out of the really strong current. Out in the middle, we were only doing like 2.6, 2.8 knots, and once I got over to the edge, I was able to get it up to about 4.85 knots. And now that we're passing this island, we picked up more speed, and we're doing about 6.0, 6.1 knots. So making some good time now. Hopefully that continues. Got some whitecaps out here, but the waves are not too bad. Lots of crap in the water right here. Big logs over there. Some more logs over here. Coffee time. Woohoo! We're coming up to Dodd Narrows. We'll be hitting it just as it's just after slack. The current will start increasing, but it shouldn't be too fast, and we can go through it. It looks like it'll be about 2.5 to about 3.5 knots of current going with us. So we should be fine, but as a precaution, I got everybody in their life jackets. We made it through the Narrows okay. We just called the port of Nanaimo, and we checked in with them earlier today, and they told us to call them once we got through Dogs Narrows, but they're full up. So we're gonna making our way over to Mark Bay. They got a bunch of buoys and stuff that you can tie to, like $14 Canadian. So we're heading that way, and then hopefully we can get a buoy. If we can't, then we'll try to find a spot to anchor. There's also a couple other marinas like further up this channel north of Nanaimo, but I want to leave early in the morning to get across the Georgia Strait. Big huge wood mill over here. Nanaimo. Got big ships. Over here you got big old ships full of sawdust. Tugboat, doing tugboat stuff. Pushing all these trees around. We're just about to round Jack Point and head in towards Nanaimo. Well, I just rolled out the Genoa now that the wind is coming from our starboard, and picked up about 2.5 knots doing it. This boat's a lot faster sailing than it is motoring. Just got to Mark Bay. We're able to get ourselves on a buoy. We have to go on a website and pay $14 Canadian. Across the way there, over there is the Nanaimo Marina. So we're gonna figure out what our plan is for this evening. Well, we got the motor all fired up. I already ran the kids to shore, and we are leaving the boat, heading to go take some showers. They got a shower station over there with some tokens you can buy. This is the park we're staying at. All fresh and clean. Pretty killer view. Alright, I'll be back. I'll go get Logan. Fish tacos. Emily got the poutine. Logan with the chicken strips. Elena's chicken strips. And Shelly with the shore thing, which is oysters and shrimp. Or cod.
Cod. Cod and chips.
Delish. Coming over to Pirate's Poison to get some gelato. Our dinghy motor didn't want to start, so the kids are getting a ride with one guy, and these two lovely people are giving us a ride with their dinghy. Hey everybody, it's Monday morning. We just finished a pancake breakfast, getting ready to head across the Strait of Georgia. We're going to go up through Newcastle Channel and then cross that way. It's like 8:45 right now, but I wanted to wait for a little bit because the wind was kind of 20 to 25 early this morning, and then it kind of tails off around 1 or 2 this morning. But we should have hopefully 10 to 15 knots right on our beam or either our port reach when we head out. So looking forward to hopefully having some good sailing today. Just leaving Mark Bay. We're gonna come up through Newcastle Channel. There's so many boats here in Nanaimo. There's all these different marinas, but just tons and tons and tons and tons of boats. Okay, sails are up. So we got the Genoa reefed down to, I don't know, just maybe 60%. We got the first reef in the mainsail. So once we get out of here, we're still kind of in that little Newcastle Channel area, but we're going to be coming out here. The wind should pick up a lot, and if we can, we'll increase sail. It's pretty sporty out here. Big waves. Glad we reefed the sails. What's the wind speed? 17? God damn, it seems faster than that. So basically the forecast was 10 to 12 knots of wind, sustained, gusting to like 14. And we pretty much have 25 knots gusting up from there. And we're sailing directly into the wind. And we've got to have, I don't even know, 2 to 3 foot seas. It never looks that big on camera. But 2 to 3 foot seas with some really big waves that just totally send water all over the boat. So we got the motor running, auto steering, and making our way towards Pender Harbour. It's supposed to calm down as the day goes on, but it wasn't even supposed to be this rough to begin with. Oh well. Shelly's holding on for dear life. Well, we're motor sailing, making about 5.5 knots. We just couldn't point even where we need to with the Genoa. It was just flapping all crazy. I don't know if it's because the sail's old and kind of blown out or what, but I wouldn't say we're about maybe we're getting close to halfway across the Georgia Strait. We got some problems. The rub rail came out and was slapping against the boat, so I'm gonna have to fix that. And for some reason, the closet, it has like 2 inches of water in it, and all the bottom of the coats got wet. So we'll have to look. I was trying to see where the water could be coming in. I was thinking maybe it's coming in because the rub rail's popped out or something, but the rub rail is directly behind the medicine cabinet area, and that's completely dry. I was looking over the side of the boat. I don't see any hull damage. And I was thinking maybe we hit like a log or something and it punched a hole in the boat or something. I don't know, damaged it, but I don't see anything. The hull looks fine from what I can see. I don't see any more water coming in either. But I was starting to get seasick down there, so I came back up here. So the bilge is dry, so we don't have water. The water is just, the boat's heeled over, so all the water is staying in the closet. It's not coming out. But we're just gonna keep on going. We got I called Henry's Marina and Resort over in Pender Harbour. So we've got a spot there. Yeah. We're gonna need to be drying stuff out It's a starboard side tie, so I'll be able to work on the rub rail. Those things just push in. Yeah, there's little seats that put in on each side, so I'll have to get that all pushed back in. I can't believe it popped out. So, but yeah, we'll check in with you guys later. Well, the waves have calmed down, but the wind also calmed down. I just shook the reef out of the main, and then I moved. I've never done this before, but I set up using the inside track, and I guess this Genoa sheet needs to be on the inside of the shrouds to use this track, but then you can't pull your Genoa out very far, because then you're into that first shroud of the mast. So I'm gonna have to do some more reading up on this. So far this trip, the wind has been very much not in my favor for doing any kind of productive sailing. And unfortunately, the distances to cover, the distances we're trying to cover means you can't really spend, you know, hours and hours and hours and hours just tacking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, you know, trying to get where we're going, or at least getting up to Desolation Sound. So we'll motor sail for a while. The wind picks back up. We'll try to just sail it. Well, I'm working on putting the rubber rail back in the rubber rail track. This popped out, so I'm setting the bottom in and then using my little hammer to tap it in back into its groove. I just got here to John Henry Marina, heading up to the general store, get a few things before they close. Got my 2 fuel cans filled up at the dock, heading back over there. Looks like Logan's out on a paddleboard right over there. Yeah, the water's like 71 degrees right here. It's supposed to be even warmer up in Desolation Sound. Fuel gauge quit working in the about halfway across in the bad weather. Just started showing way over full, so I go down and look to see if like a wire came disconnected or something. I was able to get the rail fixed. I had to cut off this much of it, but it's all back in there now. There, it's all back in there. We got the dinghy all propped up so that we can have the front hatch open. We're eating up on this deck overlooking the marina. Shelly made us some delicious chicken, bacon, and noodles.